Okay. I don't know how to explain this because I'm still in shock. And I realized I spent 20 minutes trying to record this video, and it was me just still being in shock. So this morning I said that my thing was homework. Got to do my homework today. Didn't know what it means. I know what it means. Good news is I'm done. It's right here. I did my homework. It's 4 names. Um, the more shocking part is what it did and how I got there. So I volunteered at the church. I did the thing. Um, there's some lessons that I needed to learn, like not to be OCD and a perfectionist. I don't remember the lesson that was being taught at the church, but the the guiding principle and a few things that the pastor said led me down to doing some homework when I got home. That led me to a section of the Bible talking about, well, two different sections. One was something about a group of people or something like that to help you when you struggle, to pick you up or something. I don't remember exactly what the passage was. But then another passage was something about reaching out for help. But that didn't feel complete. So I was gonna ask, and I've been like kind of mulling over these fences. It's been driving me crazy. So I was gonna post a video, or not a video. I was gonna post to this group, men's group chat, about exactly my financial situation, being out of work, and whatever, and be like, hey, this is where I'm at. What are you guys struggling with? And I'm like, I don't know if I should post that. So instead, I messaged a few people that I asked for advice from, and I said, "Hey, you can call me, whatever." But I messaged a few people, and I got some clarity. I had, the first person to call me was Jason, and he gave me some clarity and some therapy, guided in, Christianity. Um, just I'm really blessed to have people like him in my life, and I see why Jesus put him there. And at a certain part of the call, he said, and it stuck with me. He said, "Well, I've just been, you know, I don't remember exactly the wording, but he said he's been told to stay quiet, or he's just been instructed to stay quiet, let me talk, and let me work through the problems, and you're doing it, so keep going." And so I did, and then a little bit later, I get another call, and I said, "I think I need to answer this one." And we're at a natural break point, anyways. So, super grateful for that. Jump on the next call. This is Charles, and I said, "Hey, I think I worked through some of it, but I think I need to build like this group." He gave me some Bible verses that I'm gonna have to dig into later, so more homework. And so I was really kind of keyed up on that. But then I explained to him about the job, and he goes, "Have you thought about being a security guard?" And I was like, "No." And he goes, "Well, if you're still in Sarasota, I could get you. I might be able to get you a job." And it's not enough to pay my bills completely, but it's almost enough. Like, it's so close. I don't need a perfect solution. That's what Jason taught me. That's what the parking lot just taught me. I don't need it to be perfect. It's close enough. That was the lesson I learned in the parking lot today. Um, I also got a missed call from one other person, and then I had a fourth person that I didn't talk to yet, who I plan to. So then, the Bible verse, everything else, have these conversations. I'm like, I want to watch some TV. So I'm watching another pastor. And I might include his link here if I remember in the description. And he says, you want to build your band of brothers. And he said, and it's around the 24, 25-minute mark. He says, and here's your homework. Like, seriously? Okay. Message received. So, God's already showed me why I should be doing it. He's clarified what it is He expects of me and made very clear the demand, reinforced the demand. So, first He hinted at it, then He hinted stronger at it, then He hinted a little stronger at it, and then He just blatantly said it through a pastor watching that I was watching on YouTube. I don't know why I was compelled to watch that. Typically, when I watch YouTube, it's brain rot. But I've been trying to edify myself, right? I've been trying to fulfill my spirit and my soul and make sure I'm walking in the light and not watching brain rot. And I had the strength to resist, and I was compelled to watch that specific video. Of course, that video pops up in between a bunch of, I'm going to say, not going to say sinful videos, but one of the things was taught, and then I've had this idea run through me again, but it was one of the things that was taught in by my home church, is that some things might not be right for you in the season. They might be a sin for you in the season. They might lead you away from the light, might lead you away from God, right? If it's directing you away from Jesus, then you're going the wrong direction. And even if it's not necessarily, a bad thing for others. And it's, those other habits that I would have fallen into that I really need to be careful not to fall into watching these, videos that they don't contribute anything at the time that I need to be contributing to things. When I don't study the Bible enough, I'm like, did I study the Word of God enough today? Did I grasp enough? Did I understand enough? Can I articulate it well enough? And the answer to me, I feel like, is no right now. That Jason did said, God already loves you. Like, you don't have a requirement, but the Charles had a counter argument to that. So I'm gonna figure out how to reconcile that, but in a healthy manner, one that's in accordance with God, with the Bible, and because He doesn't want you to harm yourself, right? He doesn't want you to self-destruct. He doesn't want you to obsess over things. He wants you to love Him, but He doesn't want you to starve as a result of that, right? Like that means something's off. So I got to figure out what exactly is going on with that mismatch. But yeah, I look at all those miracles, all the people that have been placed in my life, and I'm just blown away. I'm just absolutely blown away that all these people are there, and I just feel so blessed. I was feeling blessed before, but when the YouTube pastor said, "And here's your homework," I'm just like, oh, he's got a sense of humor. He really does. But the homework that the pastor said, he's got to write down 3 or 4 names. You have to know who those are, who would know, share the burden, help keep you on track with God. And I think I've got them. I think I've got them. And I need to make sure that I can be vulnerable with them, and that I do learn to rely on them and their guidance. Because here's the thing, every name that's on this list, they've already given me significant guidance. It's not like I'd be calling them and be like, hey, would you mind guiding me? Would you mind being, whatever. I did specifically ask one, but he was already guiding me. It's just like, how do we make that a little bit more official is what I asked. Um, yeah, and to tell these people, hey, here's how I am making mistakes in my life. Here's the mistakes I'm starting to recognize that I'm repeating, right? Wow, I don't know what help is going to look like. I don't know what their answers are going to be, but I can tell you from having talked to every one of these people on my list, every one of them is going to give me insights. Every one of their insights is going to be good and valid and for me. Like there are people in my life that mean well, and they would never knowingly set me astray. But everyone on this list sets me correct according to the Bible. 3 out of the 4 will literally quote the scripture to read. And the other one probably would and just hasn't because I've been an atheist, like for the majority of the time he's known me and whatever. Um, but yeah, every single one of them, they live their life by the Bible. And that's specifically what the pastor said to look for. So, yeah, to me, that's incredible. That's amazing. That's powerful. The fact that the message this morning guided me down this path to get these things resolved, to get one of the biggest sources of stress out of my life, and to show me that there is, in fact, a way forward. That I just didn't reach for it. Now it makes me wonder what else is available if I let the other ones know, hey, here's where I'm at. Because 2 of them know, 2 of them don't. I've only talked to half of them. Um, I might have something a little closer to home. I might have a solution in St. Pete. The one solution I have right now is in Sarasota. It's doable. I can do it, but I might have one a little closer to home. And if he is having me over there, I already know what I would do with my time. It would be spent building my business and reading the Bible. Both of those, I think, are more in line with my Christian path that I'm on, as far as I'm aware. So, yeah. And if that's where we go, then I have clarity. I was given direction. Time will tell. And who knows what tomorrow brings. But for tonight, I thought tonight was a good day. But today, it's turned out to be an excellent day. Much, much, much better than I had envisioned. So, I'm thankful for every day. I have a good day every day. I wake up knowing I'm going to have a good day that day. But today far exceeded my expectations. So I hope you have a wonderful day. And with that, I will see you tomorrow. Unfortunately, tomorrow morning for me, it's going to be here in 6.5 hours, and I don't like that, but I think it was worth it. Toodles.